Hi, this is Katie Meyer with Montana HOSA, here to tell you a little bit about the teamwork event, Forensic Science. So the teamwork events and the leadership events happen on the same day, so you can only do one of these events at state, either one teamwork event or one leadership event, but not both. And this is an event for two people, and you do need two people to compete at state. And so kind of just making sure that whoever you're going to partner with is going to go to state, is going to fulfill that requirement, because you cannot compete alone in this. And it's also one that we can't swap partners out at the last minute, because both of you need to take a test during the online testing window for a combined score that's going to be added to your in-person score at state. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that. One of the things I want to tell you before I get too far along in this is that this event does have a caution that I want to read to you, and that is that the content and pictures in this in the suggested resources are graphic in nature and may be considered offensive by some. HOSA advisors should seek administrative and parental approval before allowing HOSA members to participate in this event. The event is intended for advanced level HOSA members who have already completed one or more courses in medical terminology and anatomy and physiology. So the crime scene data, the evidence, it could be graphic. It's also fairly high level medical language in order to read and understand some of those evidentiary reports that you're going to need to be able to use. I think it's a great event for partners that maybe have taken some Project Lead the Way and you've done some of that Anna Garcia stuff. Or for students interested, obviously, in forensic science. It's a very popular event. It's one of our most popular ones. It's one we might have to do cuts on based on your online testing score in order to get enough students through that crime scene in a way that everybody has a chance to view it. So this is one that has potential cuts based on that online test score that's going to happen during that online testing window. So make sure you and your partner are aware of that window, that you're scheduling that testing time with your advisor and or proctor, because we need you taking it at the same time. You're going to take it individually. You can't talk to each other or confer, but we want you taking it at the same time so that you're not talking about the questions before the other person takes it, for fairness of everybody. So we'll take your score and average that together, and it will be added then onto any round 2 score if you were to advance to do round 2 at the state competition. Round 2 at the state competition can be done one of two ways, depending on how it's set up each year. You may get a chance to view a simulated crime scene that's been set up with evidence that's there for you to collect and take note of, or maybe evidence that's going to throw you off. Or sometimes it could actually just be an evidence report that you have time to sort through that evidence and read through things. Either way, whether you're visiting a crime scene or looking at an evidence report, you're going to have 6 minutes total to evaluate that evidence before you might move to a separate room, or that material might be covered up or taken from you. And now you have 30 minutes to confer with your partner, and you're going to write a report. You're going to have a conclusion with supporting evidence that's going to talk about things like the cause of death, the manner of death, the time of death, what evidence backs that up or supports why you think that. So make sure you're looking at like the rubric of how that's going to score. Make sure you know those terms. What does that mean? What's the difference between a cause of death and a manner of death? How do we determine or calculate some of those things? There is a sample from past years that I did put up on our Montana HOSA website that you could use to practice, and then, practice writing that report, practice getting used to that time frame of just 30 minutes to work with your partner, or just 6 minutes to highlight and evaluate that evidence. Look at the short sheet guidelines about what you're allowed to bring as far as highlighters or writing utensils, and we look forward to seeing you at state. Let us know if you have any questions.